Million and Sons is here. Roger S. Robin Chirac. Thank you, Roxy. We're all here. Well, here, Fishy. Get your coffee and come on up. We want to meet you formally and officially.
Welcome her to the sorority.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at that.
It is.
Yeah.
Hello, Mary. Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break.
Yeah. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Fish.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Thank you, Lee. Delightful as ever. Cassie B, Mary Page. Mary's muted. I know.
On purpose.
Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, okay. Never know. Cassie, how are you? You look bright and shiny this morning.
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
Lovely. Million and Sons is here. Let's see. We're Dunlap is here. I wanted to. Rohan has been doing a rundown of the morning stream and posting in comments. I've been copying that over to the description of the video. Cassie V was doing that, and Rohan's kind of picked up the ball. It got messed up. That was not Cassie's fault. That was my fault. I just got all mixed up and posted them in screwy format. So he's decided to take this on and is doing a yeoman's job. And I love it. Really effective, Rohan. Thank you. That's absolutely delightful and will help us when we get around to pulling out some of the stories. So while you're at it, if there's a story, just make a note, story time, and then maybe something about what the topic is, because we want to be able to pull those out and make separate videos of them. We're looking for an editor who is willing to take the time and make the effort to do all that, and then we're going to post them. And I'm thinking we ought to post them in Patreon, put them behind the paywall. You'll be able to see them still on YouTube because they'll be in the stream for review. But we'll have them separated out with a little special commentary for our Patreoners. And as to the membership, that's still really up in the air. I'm kind of feeling the way Alex feels about it. I don't want to take anything away from what we're doing and from the format that we have. We want to be able to somehow add to it and make that a benefit of membership. And so far, the only way I've been able to figure out how to do that is to do it on Patreon, which kind of, how can I put this? It makes more sense from a purely fiduciary standpoint because Patreon, excuse me, Patreon only takes 10% of the donations, whereas YouTube takes 30%. One of the things I've asked the girls to do is to try to figure out a way to be able to, during the live streams, if people make a donation to PayPal, which if done as friend or family, is free and has no fee attached, to be able to post that on the live stream. I don't know how we can do that. It'll mean somebody is going to have to be monitoring it, I suppose. And I don't know if you can just have that open, if it'll reboot automatically. I don't know. Anyway, those are all issues we're struggling with these days. Meanwhile,
if anybody has any, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Mary.
I was just going to say, if anybody has any ideas or even thinks about, and they can create a video out of something, go ahead and create one and send it to us, and we'll check it out, because I know there's a lot of talented people out there. And also, Father Fish, Rohan asked if you drop the link again. I guess he's going to come up. So now I'll be quiet.
Yeah. There it is. And chat dancing. Foxy is chat dancing. Right. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. And Roxanne said, you can, I didn't think about that, but you can put your PayPal link in the live stream description, when it posts on the actual description with the video. I know we post it in the chat, but.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, is there a link or just the email? I think you just have to go to PayPal.
PayPal
and put in a person's email.
Well, that's right.
I don't know what link there is.
Yeah, it's email. It's email under PayPal. Fatherfish@fatherfish.net. Fatherfish@fatherfish.net in PayPal. And you can leave your firstborn and your estate to Father Fish, and he'll be delighted. Nobody smiled. They must take me seriously when I
We do.
stuff.
Well, I kind of asked Aquatic Conquest yesterday if we make a video or something, if we can send it to him, even if it's for a video idea, and let him kind of I want to put him as editor-in-chief, and I don't know if he wants that title.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. He obviously is the right person for the job. You know, and the thing is, he may be
He's
he may
smacking.
be eating, I'm swatting flies. I'm sorry. See that?
That's chasing me around the house.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, I got flies. Somebody left something somewhere. Oh, I think I know what, actually. That'll be part of my conversation with Tomas this morning, who has posted, mind you, a video. Now, what's the word for this? What's the word? What's the word? Yeah, I know. It's not coming.
Oh, it's a good word. I'm
What's-
hoping for a good word.
Yeah, moonshine. What's moonshine? It's
White lightning?
no, I don't mean that. I mean
Another
the
word for
process of
moonshine.
making it, selling it is
Bootlegging.
called bootlegging.
Bootlegging.
Right, that's the word I want. Right. Thomas has a bootleg video on the channel this morning that is slated to go off at 10 o'clock. I expect he will be here at that time. So I'm going to get my 38 out and put it on.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
We did talk about this. I don't mean to be unfair. I'm just promoting him a little bit. So Thomas has got a surprise video coming up at 10 o'clock. I was I watched a little bit of his preparation for it. So I think it'll be fun. Should be interesting. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? GRB, hello GRB. When do you find folks can make a Father Fish song to the tune of Tennessee Stud? Tennessee, do I know
Oh, that's
that?
good.
Tennessee Stud. Huh. Well, Milligan, you know, my rule of thumb is when someone suggests something, that they do it. In other words, if someone comes to me and says, I think we ought to do this, I'll say, well, that's great. I'll do what I keep doing. You do that, and we'll double our effort, won't we?
I agree.
So do it.
I'm the workhorse for that one. I've always got these ideas, and
yeah, you being a fine folk, Million, it's a perfect job for you.
oh, Rohan was going to show us a river, but he's not there now, so he's back home. But you could still come up, Rohan.
What?
I guess he was down at a river, and he was going to get the link posted so he could show us the river. But he said he's back home now.
Cynthia,
Roman.
not subscribed. That's weird. Well, Cynthia, subscribe. Goodness sakes.
She didn't get the notification, she said, so she had to go searching for it. So she's confused why she wasn't subscribed to the Father Fish channel.
Well, I'm subscribed to you, Cynthia. I mean, really.
But that doesn't help her.
Tomas, who said that? Holly.
Holly.
Saying that's the way her grandmother pronounced her husband's name, Tomas. That fly is still. Do you see it? Did it land on my?
Did you hear what I said about flies the other day, Father Fish?
No, I didn't.
My dad always says I was an artist, that I could draw flies.
You draw flies. Oh, I see. Gee,
He was always telling people that.
a real sweetheart, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. A stinker.
Right. He knew all about it, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I said, now I'm trying to draw a check. I'm still an artist. No. Someday.
Tomas.
Tomas.
See, oh, come on. We can't get away from the moths thing. Tomas. Now, Tomas, that's very good, actually.
So,
Tomas.
Father Fish, would you like it if people who are not here live ask their questions in the comments and we can save them for like the next stream and ask them?
Run that by me again. I didn't get the
Or
info.
anybody who has questions and didn't get their question in for today's stream could leave them in their comments and we'll pull them out and use them for the next stream.
Or what else was that? Maybe, or if they didn't want to do that, if they don't get answered, then make sure to come back tomorrow and ask them again. I don't know. We're trying to figure out how to get all the questions answered.
Yeah.
Because you're growing. You're growing.
Well, I know Cassie B. You've been kind of keeping up on that, but you're suggesting things that you miss.
Well, if somebody missed it or they weren't here live to ask, they could put their question in a comment section and we'll try to pull them out.
Oh, got it. Okay, I understand. My brain's really not on this morning. Yes. The answer is yes. To all of the above, yes. Are there any other questions?
Ask your questions.
Can we go now? Are we there yet? Thomas Badavanak. You weren't supposed to tell Father Fish about the video. Listen,
We didn't.
Father Fish has
Knows
eyes.
all.
Father Fish has eyes in his toes.
Nice.
I saw your toes.
Poking, yes, you did. Poking through the moss, the toe moss.
Not Tomas.
Father Fish
Tomas.
I will give you this much honor and respect, Tomas. I have not watched the video because to do so, I would have to make it go private. And I decided not to do that in deference to you. So we will all be surprised all at once, won't we?
Oh, gosh. That could be
Tomas.
loaded.
I don't know
Tomas.
what they're talking about.
Tomas.
Right.
I'm not in this loop.
Oh, no. Just there's a premiere, showing on the channel that says a premiere for a video at 10 o'clock.
On Father Fish's channel?
Yeah. It's showing up in the, the notifications.
Oh, see, I don't get notifications.
Oh, don't you? Huh.
There is Lee.
I've been saying that all along. I don't get notifications.
Of
I get
any
my-
kind or what? What do you mean? You don't get them at all?
Yeah, it's like it's a feature that's disabled for me for your channel.
Why is that?
I don't know. I can do it for everybody else's channel, but not for yours.
I did that with Joe's Tips and Tricks, and I had to unsubscribe, go all the way out, come back in, subscribe, and hit the notification bell again, and then it worked.
Oh, I didn't try that.
But I just figured that out. Like, I went for months without having notifications.
Redo your membership.
Oh, Susie Q's here.
Oh, good. Hi, Susie Q. Marco is here saying hi, Susie. Where is Susie? Cynthia Q.
Oh,
Hi, Q. Q Aquatics. Foxy, Marco, Holly, Foxy, Marco, Holly, Chevy. Hello, Chevy. Who else?
Holly says she can't get to the video on time with notifications. She would be sunk without them.
Yeah, I don't always get the video posted. I try to do it the day before, so it's up there for an 8 a.m. start. So long as I can remember to do it, we're good. Cassandra Case. Good morning, Cassandra.
That's funny. I was when I was younger and on a soccer team as a little girl, we had a guest coach for a bit from Germany, and she couldn't pronounce my name. And she would say Case. And all my friends, I didn't care. I was like, oh, whatever. And all my friends on the team were like, it's Cass. It's Cass.
Case it is. Case Sarah.
Don't let her get on your case.
Really.
Or don't get on her case.
Right. More to the point.
Yeah. No, I'm just messing with y'all.
The turtle's eating pumpkin. What?
Oh.
Holly
Oh,
get.
there's Amber.
You know what I need to do? I need to get on YouTube. I'm looking at StreamYard, and it's always late. Let me get on YouTube here. Somehow or other. Live.
Well, I have one question for you when you're ready, Father. Let me know.
Yes.
You got to put the fly swatter down.
All right.
I was wondering yesterday, are Cory catfish useful tank cleaners? Or would like a Hillstream, Loach, or an Otocinclus be better for that?
Well, a Cory is not an algae eater. So there's that. I mean, they may inadvertently eat a little, but that's not their primary diet. They're poking around in the substrate looking for worms and little tiny shrimp and that sort of thing. They're more a live food eater at best, which is why if you want to breed Corys, you feed them blackworms, and that'll get them egged up really quickly, and they'll breed in a matter of days. Otocinclus is an algae eater, and a really good one. What was the other fish you mentioned?
Hillstream Loach.
The Hillstream Loach.
I can't think of.
Yeah, that's also an algae eater. The Loach is a funny little animal. The Hillstream is more like an algae eater than a loach. Loaches typically are more eel-like. The Hillstream is more pleco-like, I suppose. Actually, it has a sucker mouth that I assume scrapes algae. So they do different jobs. They're not comparable. I usually recommend both because I think the Corys are really cute in a tank, more so even than the Loaches, because the Loaches are more like a little pleco. They just sort of hang around, whereas the Corys are bopping around all the time. Trying to remember whether Lee has any Corys in his tank. I don't think he does.
No, I think he added plecos.
He added plecos, right? And he's got frogs.
He needs
Cory.
Would it be too much to?
Corys are more like a pet. I was just wondering, are they are they good then? I mean, are they worth having other than being a pet? Like a pet fish?
You're inquiring as to their utilitarian function.
Their usefulness in the aquarium.
Exactly. Well, if you're overfeeding, they're going to help you. They'll help save your butt a little bit. Yeah, I guess so. I would say they are. I mean, they're going to be eating waste, which the algae eaters do not. So they're going to be probably, in that respect, more helpful than a Hillstream or a Loach, an Otocinclus, or a Chinese algae eater or whatever.
Amy's.
So that again, I think the answer is yes. I think they are beneficial to the maintenance of the tank. I would say so.
Okay, good. Because I wanted to think of them as being more useful than what I thought they were.
Yeah, in addition to being a really delightful fish to have in the tank.
Mm-hmm. I like dual-purpose fish, so.
Dual-purpose fish, right?
So to build on that, is a Hillstream Loach or Otocinclus like the equivalent as like a nerite snail? Like, which one cleans algae better?
One for one, I don't know. They're probably about equal. But yeah, I would say so. I think they're comparable on that level, on a level of their ability to control algae. I thought it was, again, going back to Lee's tank, it's really interesting to have seen the algae explosion he had in his tank, and then the effect that a couple of algae eaters, did he put snails in? I don't remember. The effect they had on.
I think he put some nerites in, didn't he?
Nerites, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they did a remarkable job of cleaning all that up. Sister Lockmo, good morning. How are you? Ramshorn snails, she is suggesting. I love ramshorn. I cannot get ramshorn. I haven't had a ramshorn in this shop in years. Years.
No.
I got some in that I thought were ramshorn, and there was some other dreadful snail that ate all my plants.
Oh yeah, what were those? I remember that.
Yeah, they're terrible. Terrible things. They're shaped like a ramshorn, but they have white stripes in them. And they are buggers. I mean, they just chew plants down to the nub. They're as bad as an apple snail. And a friend of mine who breeds snails snuck them in on me. He said, "Oh, you'll love these. They're really nice," he said. And he dumped them on me, flipped them in a couple of tanks. And it's taken me years to get rid of them, and I'm still pulling them out.
Wow.
I mean, they're worse than apple snails. Apple snails are hard to get rid of because they're live birth and they pop a baby out every day or so. These guys lay a gelatinous egg mass that goes undetected until they reach the point where you notice them because the plants are disappearing.
Alex is here and says that he and Aquarium Cop have come to join after streaming all night long.
Is that right?
Out there partying all night.
Alex, the Aquarium Cop, look at that. The pair of them.
Okay, well, if y'all been streaming, you might as well come up and see us.
Yeah.
Really.
We had a couple comments after that.
Oh, Alan Tooth has hundreds of ramshorns. Great. Well, bring me some.
Did he ever make it the other day? I timed him for 20 minutes.
He came in Saturday. He did. It was a little late. He was tied up at home. But he did a lot of really good stuff for me. It was a very, very helpful day. Came in Saturday. I had to replace a pump. And that's always a difficult thing to do. And he also cleaned my office, which was like walking on a beach. It was so full of sand in here. So we got all that cleaned up.
Millions and Sons had a follow-up comment at 8:25, Father Fish.
To you, I think that they seem to work the finer particulate into the sand. Yeah, but that's a good point. They probably do. They do work the sand. So in the process, I dare say they are making it possible for detritus to get down in there. You know, one of the real benefits of any of the sand sifters, whether it's cories or earth eaters, is that they keep that top quarter inch stirred up. As any gardener knows, the value of worms is to keep the earth turned an inch to 2 inches below the surface, and that's really the function of these guys. Now, who does it in a tank? Who does that turning in an aquarium? Why, it's the little Malaysian cone snail,
Yeah.
which everyone seems to hate and no
He's
one really
lovely.
appreciates. The cone snail is like an earthworm in your tank. He keeps that top quarter inch stirred up and alive and healthy. Keeps it from stagnating or going foul.
Amber says she has some pink and brown ram's horns that she could send you too. Big city bettas.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Aquarium Cop said if you would drop your link again. Good morning, John Larson.
I can do that.
Oops, I forget I wasn't muted. Sorry.
Robin had an interesting comment here. He's talking about temperature. And he said, how come, Father Fish, how come it is you recommend 82 degrees for the tank 24/7, 365, and yet in the wild, that water those fish are living in may fluctuate from 75 to 90 degrees? And I say to Roman Chirac, excellent question. And let me ask you a question in return. What would be required for you to be able to maintain the temperature of your aquarium commensurate with the temperature of a body of water outdoors? And if you don't get it that way, then let me put it another way. Just think what it would take for you to be able to duplicate the temperature in the pond outside in your fish tank every day of the year. By maintaining 82 degrees, you're maintaining a stable temperature. It doesn't fluctuate, which means it's going to be safer for the fish. Don't forget, in a body of water, an outdoor body of water, that temperature fluctuates much more slowly than it does in your fish tank. Going from 82 to 72 in your tank could occur in a matter of an hour or two, or 3 or 4, certainly less than a day. Whereas in an outdoor pond, it's going to be days or even a week. But the bigger the pond, the slower the temperature change is. So those are a couple of reasons. The main reason is for stability purposes and to keep you from having to go through the absolute nonsense of trying to change your water temperature based on the outdoor thermometer attached to your house. Hello, Aquarium Cop. How are you this morning? Good to see you.
Good morning, Cop.
So you and Alex have been up all night, huh?
He's on mute. Ward Dunlap says electronic programmable thermostat. I think in response to what you were saying, Father Fish.
Yeah. Oh. I forgot to mention about Roxanne. She's got millions of ram's horns. She had just sent me a
We're
picture.
on the big screen.
They're really pretty.
Hi, Mary.
Oh my goodness. You see my gray hair
I
reflecting.
prefer the normal, but Father Fish puts us three together.
Look at that. Look at that.
Love it, Cop. Love it, love it. Roxanne says blueberries everywhere. That's what she calls them.
Blueberries. So cone, is that another name for the trumpet snail, the cone snail?
Yeah, I hadn't
Yes.
heard that either.
Yeah, that's right.
MTS, Malaysian trumpet snails. MTS.
Right.
Thank you.
There are a number of different trumpet snails. That's one. That's the most common one we have in our tank. Another one is the rabbit snail. I should
I
go
want
get
some
one
of
and
those.
show you. Yeah, they're pretty neat. They get
I want
very.
a rabbit snail.
I've got some about 4 inches long. Let me get one. I'll show you.
Oh, they're cool. That's what Roxanne and I were talking about yesterday. We were like, we got to get some. We were talking about snails and how much we loved them. I want some rabbit snails. I would love to
Let's
have
talk
some.
about snails, baby.
Baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the things that they eat.
I just pulled out a bladder snail this morning.
That was bad. I'm sorry.
I know she sent me that video. I got bladder snails from my aquarium co-op. My, my pogo stem enceladus. I'm talking about I had a snail explosion, but they're under control. It wasn't a bad thing.
I'm confused because Corey did a video saying he loved his pond snails.
Yeah,
So like a pond snail that's not a bladder snail.
right.
He says it cleans his tanks really well, and I'm going,
I haven't had any trouble with them,
bladder snails?
and I've got enough bettas that they kind of pick them off.
Mary,
Yes, sir.
your ears should be ringing.
Why?
I've been on 16 hours of live streams and we're all talking about you.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh, look at the rabbit snail. That
No,
is
you.
awesome.
You as a
About
person.
me. Oh wow. We better talk about
Mary's very
snails.
special. We love
Am I
Mary.
turning red? I love you guys more than you'll ever know. I love you all. Genuinely from my heart.
Mary Page, you're talking about bristle nose?
Yes.
STLE.
Oh well, sorry. That was talk to text. It's not my fault.
I thought you were having a conversation with Lee.
I was. See, I have one bristle nose named Lou. He's with the koi betta. Then I have 3 bristle nose in here, and their names are Lee, Sue, and Alex. And
Right.
all my fish are getting names. Oh, there's Lee or somebody right there. I
Funny.
think that's Lee. Sue's on the log.
Hi, Alex.
When did you happen? Curly Bunny
Funny bunny.
fish.
Oros. Chevy likes Oros. Greg.
Do you have the rabbit snail, Father Fish? You were going to show us?
Yeah, he had it up there.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, those.
Isn't that beautiful? That is so cool. How long did they live?
Oh, I don't know. Years and years. This is a really heavy snail. I would guess he's probably at least 5 years old. It's really a big snail. Every one of these lines is a growth ring.
Oh,
and
okay.
This one probably has 200 growth rings on it. So I don't think that's 200 years, but a growth ring probably is a month or more. So, that's an old snail.
Greg
They
asked
come
if
in a lot
they.
of different colors too. They come in different colors. They're all the same shape, and they're a very slow-moving snail. They don't get around much.
Yeah.
There's the mouth.
I've seen snails that look like that at the beach.
Yeah,
And I didn't know them.
Yeah, it's a different type. That's what I
Yeah.
was saying. There are a lot of different kinds of cone snails. The ones at the beach, there are fossils. What do we call them? Auger snails. Uh, they're fossils, and then there are living snails in that
Mhm.
shape as well. A lot
Yeah,
of
they're
snails
out
are
there
that.
live.
Chevy had a comment about it. She said, not a cone snail. Those are saltwater snails with toxins. You mean a snail with a conical shell. That
She
was
said
at,
cone snails are venomous.
yeah, 8:38, that timestamp.
I'm way back at 827 here.
And then Alex
Hello,
replied to
Fish
her,
on.
yes, those are deadly critters.
Oh,
There's Hat Trick. Good morning.
Fish and Tactics. Hello, Fish and Tactics. Misfit. The black devils that I have a smooth cone-shaped shell, jet black with a white top. That's cool.
Oh, Greg asked if they eat a lot of algae, the rabbit snails.
You know, I don't probably. I mean, that'll be part of what they eat. I don't really know what they eat. I've had them. I probably have had rabbit snails for a couple of years. I had somebody buying them from me at one point, so I was locating them when they were back when they were hard to get. Um, I was sourcing them for her, and I noticed in my tank that they would stay in the same place day after day. Normally, when a snail does that, it's because it's dead. But these are not that way. They just don't move around much. And I don't know what that really means. I assume they're doing a really yeoman's job of cleaning that specific spot. They do move around, but they move around rather slowly. And they're a big, heavy snail, and that's not a big, heavy body on them. If you compare that to the body, the external body of a mystery snail or an apple snail, that body is substantially larger relative to its shell size. This is really a very small exterior or external body relative to the snail shell size, and for that matter, the weight. It's a really heavy snail. It's a thick, thick shell. And this one, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the rings?
Yeah,
I haven't got a very good focus
Yeah, I can
on
see
it.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I can
got
I can. I'm gonna point
literally,
at it like I can touch it.
yeah, hundreds of rings on it. And again, I don't know how long that growth ring takes to do one. I would guess months. So that's a very old snail. Maybe
did
20
you have to
years.
take it out of your sand, your substrate just now?
Yeah. Yeah, it came out of my goldfish tank. I gotta put it back.
Do they come out at night like the trumpets?
I'll put it up here with the guppies. I think I will. There we go. In with the guppies.
Greg is saying his wife has a tank in her classroom and the kids love the snails.
Alan Tooth says his rabbit snails eat a lot of stuff, but he doesn't see them on the sides much. They're probably too heavy to get on the sides, aren't they? Really?
And I think Misfits said hers like to uproot
Yeah, dig up all the
plants.
plants.
So that's why I'm scared now. I haven't added
How-
them yet.
Oh, GRB wants to know how long this snail can live out of water.
Until it dies.
We don't know when that is. I guess.
Oh,
I
Chevy
keep saying,
says,
how long will my fish last? They say, how long will it last? And my answer is until you kill it. Which of course is literally true. This stunned silence I get anymore. Stunned silence. Mercy. I could at least get a chuckle out of Mary Page.
Always.
Sorry, I'm just reading.
Just
And sometimes I'm laughing and just not moving. Like I'll
Just
try
a
to just.
chuckle. A little. We'll get Mercy.
I had a ram's horn snail come in on a plant I ordered, and it grew really fast, like to the size of a quarter almost.
Oh,
with
do.
like
Yeah.
a long,
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. These rabbit snails are really interesting in that respect because they're a very slow growing, but that of course makes them a very long-lived critter. I mean, can you imagine that snail I just showed you is probably 20 years old. A snail living like that. I mean, it's not what snails are about typically. So it's kind of remarkable.
Alan Tooth said he was laughing.
Oh, good. Glad somebody got it. Jeez.
my
Sin-
son was watching our mystery snail yesterday.
Mary.
uh-huh.
Mary.
Yes, sir. He's got that incredible hair down today, y'all.
He's got your brush, I think.
I was offline with Mary yesterday,
It's
He was
from the
doing his
North
beautiful hair.
so I decided gotta get a rise out of somebody. Where's
thank
Lee?
you, Aquarium Cop.
Yeah, where's Lee? We need to get
He's
Leo.
coming up.
Leo,
Him and Alex both said they'd come up. I love you, Aquarium Cop and Curly Bunny. Thank you. That was
Mercy.
sweet.
Thank you, Aquarium Cop.
I'm not feeling the love, Mary and Father Fish. I'm feeling really left out today. Good Lord.
Absolutely.
I'll make a girl leave.
Look, I can't tell if I'm turning redder than my lights already make me in here. I can't run away. I'm like, thank you though, guys, for real. Y'all know it. I don't have to say it. Y'all really got me through some tough times over the past couple of months, and I truly appreciate you all, everybody.
You're wonderful. You're so positive, and
Look at that hair.
I love
Isn't he
you.
fabulous?
that haircut.
He could do that. Remember that commercial? There was like
Alex
a
just
VO5
feels
commercial.
The vehicle.
Thank you, Alex. Look at Alex's super chat.
He just left you a sticker.
Oh, you know how many
That's great.
years it took to get this? It took 80 years to get this. 80 years.
Yeah. I
Misfit
think it's
said,
cool.
she'll come up,
Yeah.
so that's perfectly fine. You're welcome to come up.
My eyes are blurring. Oh, mercy.
Saw that fabulous hair. Do you remember that commercial? It was like a guy standing there and his hair. Well, it was a lady.
Oh,
The hair was flowing, and he turns around. It's a big biker dude. It was like a VO5 commercial. It's like this beautiful hair, and you're like, "Woo, look at that chick!" And then it turns around. He's got a big beard and a mustache.
I think I saw it.
Oh, you're getting ready to have lots of ram horn snails. Everybody.
It sounds like. Honest to God, I have not had a ram's horn snail in this shop since I opened it. Honest to God, not one in 15 years. Is that amazing or what? And not by design, by default. I mean, I don't buy them. The only snail, well, I buy the rabbits now. I buy mysteries because they sell well. And Frank collects nerites by the thousand. They're not the fancy, pretty nerites. Once in a while, I'll get a horn nerite or a zebra nerite. The nerites in Asia are rainbow colored. Honest to God, rainbow color. Had a friend came back from the Philippines, uh, where he's from, and he showed me pictures of nerite snails that they had at a show, a tropical fish show, and they were stupendously beautiful snails, just like a bowl full of M&Ms. I mean, just all different colors. They were stunningly pretty. Probably dyed or painted. Probably.
Father
would you
Fish, I
post the
would
link
like
again?
the link.
Yeah. Oh, Aquarium Cop. Thank you. Aquarium Cop just did another super chat. It's gonna make me
Foxy
cry.
wants you to know, or wants to know if you want some of her snails.
To me, I will love some.
I lost a comment. Where'd it go? Oh yeah.
There you
Father
go,
Fish,
Mary.
if you need ram's horn snails, I can mail you some.
She sent me a video and she said, look at all these snails. And it was right after she got that subwasser tank. And I was like, oh my gosh, did it come in that subwasser tank? She said, no, that's my rams.
Wow. A little bit ago at 8:21, Father Fish, Millions and Sons said, I see people either boiling or
Yeah,
baking
thank you.
selected leaves for botanicals. Some boiling might leach the much wanted goodies, but are there risks to baking for a few hours?
I was trying to get it
I
without
think
going
there's
back
two
and
questions
looking.
in there.
Yeah.
I did not get the import of that question. Talking about boiling leaves to get tannins.
Like, why would you do that to remove some?
Why would you do that?
Mhm.
I've seen them boil them just to get, maybe so they'll sink faster. So you don't have to wait for them to sink to the bottom. They'll just boil them and then add them to their tank.
Yeah, it saves a good 10, 15 minutes.
So if they're doing a video, I don't know. I saw MD do it, and that's why he said he did it, because
I'll
he was
tell
like,
you why they do it. The reason they do it is because they're trying to make sure that they do not bring anything that is alive and microscopic into their aquarium, because they're finicky, I give you. They're scared to death they might get a bug that'll do something nasty. I've been bringing mud, dirt, leaves, sticks, twigs, offal, and various and sundry foul materials out of nature into my fish tanks for my entire life. And I can tell you this, I have never had a disease that came into the tanks that way. Never. The only time I get disease in my tank is when I somehow try to maintain something approximating a sterile condition. Disease is primarily a function of inadequate diversity in the biological system. Nature deals with disease by overwhelming it with an increasingly wide variety of living critters. Bacteria is overcome by other bacteria. Bad bacteria is outed by good bacteria. By dramatically increasing the scope and diversity of living matter in your tank, you're creating a healthier, safer tank for your fish. Chew on that a bit.
So I think, to answer his question, are there risks for baking the leaves, I guess, for a few hours?
Are there risks? Yeah, the risk is you're going to kill off something that your tank may really need. That's the risk.
Alex says he just flash
The other
boils
issue,
them.
here's the other point though. By doing that, you're putting dead matter in the tank. By putting dead matter in the tank, you're depending on the biological system that's in that tank to be able to handle it, to be able to deal with it, to be able to overcome the putrefaction and the bacterial bloom that's going to occur by dumping a bunch of dead material in your tank. I mean, think about it, people. You know, it goes on. Let me go off on this a minute.
I was laughing.
Yeah, we've been talking about this a little bit. Mary and I were talking about it.
Make yourself big, Potterfish.
All right. Let me do it this way. I gotta move somewhere. Where do I go? There. How do I do it? There, right there. All right. Okay.
Get up close so we can see that hair.
It's
Always
looking
bright.
voluptuous today.
I've been struggling with how to take the next step in my channel. And I've decided I've got a pretty good idea of where to go with it. And I think these streams have helped a lot in that respect. I've been watching videos on brine shrimp, hatching out brine shrimp, and how to spend $50 to hatch brine shrimp. How can I spend $50 to hatch brine shrimp?
Now you got me laughing because I remember.
50.
50,
Oh, Stephen's here.
$49.95, I believe.
And today
What does
only you get 2 for the price of 1.
Gets you hatched brine shrimp. Whoa!
There's your video title, Fatherfish. You don't have to spend $50.
Now,
Right.
wait a minute. You got to understand what I'm relating to here. There have been a series of videos on YouTube in the last month or so, maybe even the last week or so, about spending $50 to buy a brine shrimp hatchery and how wonderful or semi-wonderful or sometimes wonderful, or maybe it's got problems, but it otherwise is wonderful, this hatchery really is. At a cost of $49.95. Here's the deal. You want to hatch brine
Aquarium cop.
shrimp?
He gave me a super chat.
What's he doing?
Another super chat.
I don't even see it. Where is it? There.
Another $5. He's just the sweetest.
All right. Here's the deal. You want to hatch brine shrimp? I'll teach you how to hatch brine shrimp. The first thing you need to hatch brine shrimp is you need brine shrimp eggs. Okay. Now.
You're kidding.
Keep in mind, these are not actually eggs. They're not eggs. They are cysts. Can you say that without spitting your teeth out? Cysts. They are cysts. Now, what is a brine shrimp cysts? A brine shrimp cysts is the little baby brine shrimp that the mama brine shrimp has in her belly. And when it starts to get really cold outside, she covers it up with a thick, hard shell. And she lays it out and it floats in the water. And it floats up to the top. And the wind blows and blows at the shore. And the winter comes and they pile up on the beach. great huge piles, and then in the spring it rains, and they all get washed back out into the salt lake, into the Great Salt Lake. They get washed back out, and the shells dissolve, and the little baby shrimp pokes its head out and looks around and says, "Ooh!" And he comes out and he starts to down. First thing he does, what's the first thing he does? He goes, like that. You know what he's doing? He's growing. What is he growing? He's growing a mouth because he's born with no mouth. Didn't know that, did you? It's true.
Of course not.
My shrimp's born with no mouth. He has to grow a mouth. Oh, so for the first 8 to 12 hours of his life, he's going until he finally breaks out of that old shell and goes and starts eating. Now, when he's doing that, when he's growing inside that shell and trying to get out and grow that mouth, he's using up all of his available energy. The rest of the egg, using it all up, which means that if you leave your shrimp in the water for 8 hours after they hatch, they're all shell. They have no food value. Your fish are not going, they'll eat them, but they ain't going to enjoy them. So unless you harvest your, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but it'll all come together. You'll see. It'll all come together. Unless you harvest your shrimp within an hour or two of them hatching, the shrimp just are not going to really be able to feed your baby fish and make your baby fish happy. They're not, because they'll turn into ugly old shell, and they'll get shell. Tastes like shell to me. Okay, so let's back up. You want to hatch brine shrimp. Here's what you do. You get yourself some cysts. Now, where do you get cysts? This is the secret. Nobody is telling you. None of these other videos are telling you the secret. There is a secret. And the secret is to get that little cyst before Mama Shrimp puts a hard shell on it. So when that shrimp hatches out, it's all food. And there's no little brown hard shell floating around anywhere to stick in the baby fish's belly and make it sick. No. So how do you get the little tiny cyst without any shell on it? Well, Father Fish can teach you how to make it yourself, because you really can make it yourself. But there's an easier way. I need to get an ad for this. Brine Shrimp Direct. Brine Shrimp Direct will sell you, and I don't know what the smallest portion is, I haven't checked, but you need to buy about 4 ounces of, get this, decapsulated hatching. Decapsulated hatching brine shrimp. 4 ounces of decapsulated hatching brine shrimp. You have to keep it refrigerated. It's in a brine, a very heavy brine solution. So it's stable. Lasts about 6 months. You don't want to get a pound of it. You want to get a few ounces of it. Not sure you can. I may have to start marketing it from here if you can't get a smaller amount. I buy it by the pound. Now, what do I do? What do I do? I get a shoebox, plastic shoebox, like this one right here. See that? Right there. We have tagged the turtle in a plastic shoebox, just like that. That's a drawer, I think, a refrigerator drawer, something like that. And you want to put salt water in it. Don't know how much salt water? Well, you want to put a half a cup in per quart, half cup per quart. Okay, none of this 1 teaspoon stuff. Half a cup per quart. If it's 1 gallon, you put 2 cups of salt in. That makes it a very, very salty solution. Just put it in, stir it up, make sure it's dissolved. And then take about 1/4 teaspoon of these shrimp and just throw them in there. And that's it. You're done. No air stone, no nothing. No $49.95 hatchery. You got a little plastic shoebox with some salt water in it, and you put a little bit of the shrimp in. What happens? Depending on the temperature, if your temperature is up above 80 or around 80, they're going to hatch in 12 to 16 hours. And what will you see? It may take 24 hours. You'll see little teeny tiny shrimp swimming around. Now, you can actually, at that point, take a fine mesh net or a silk handkerchief or a coffee filter. Coffee filters work really well. And just start pouring water through it. Take water out with a cup, pour it through the coffee filter or the fine mesh net or whatever. You don't take it out and throw it in the tank. It's got salt water in it. You really don't want to put very dense salt water in your fish tank. Some people don't hatch them with very dense salt water. They hatch them with a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt really doesn't hatch them very well. You get maybe a 10% hatching. You need a lot of salt. They come from the salt lake, which is so salty fish can't live in it. Only thing that lives in it is those little shrimp or the salt flats in San Francisco. You know what the salt flats are? They're doing away with them. They're filling them all in because it's prime real estate. But the salt flats are where they used to make salt. They would let the sea come in. They would block it off. The water would evaporate. They'd mine the salt. That's what we're using, okay? That's what we're using in our salt system. Evaporated sea salt. So, evaporated sea salt in the water, throw a little shrimp in, and then 24 hours later, 20 to 24, when you see them swimming around, pour it through something like a coffee filter. And then rinse it in fresh water. Do yourself a favor and get the salt out of it. You really don't want all that salt in it. And then just feed them to your little fish. I'm selling this system for $1.95. You get coffee filter. You don't get the eggs. That's separate. The eggs are separate. You get a coffee filter. And you get a little note explaining how to do all this. And a little bag of salt for $1.95. And if you order within the next 24 hours, you get 2 for 1. Plus a bonus, which is a bottle sticker that you can put right on the side of your little shrimp box. Okay.
Oh, will you drop the link for Alex?
Alex,
you've got him inspired. He wants to come up with you.
Father Fish. Here Fishy wants to know about Using baking soda.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen it done. Like, does their water need to have the pH adjusted for the brine shrimp?
Yeah, I like it. I don't do it. If you're raising the brine shrimp, if all you want to do is hatch them, it doesn't much matter. But if you want to raise them, then you need to make sure you've got a stable pH, and the baking soda will certainly do that. Raising brine shrimp is best done outdoors. So here's the next step with this system. Now, after you've got all these shrimp out, you got this water sitting here, and it's starting to get kind of yucky. So don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Here's what you do. You get a bigger shoebox, and you put it outside. You take this water out and throw it in it. Just dump it right in there. And you do that every day for 3 or 4 times. If you hatch them out every day, do it every day for a week. And then get another box and set that one up. Now, by the time you get the second box started, you're going to see half-grown brine shrimp in that first box. And they're eating the algae that the sun is creating in that salt with that gunk that's in there. So you raise brine shrimp that way. Just put them outside. And they will miraculously grow without any kind of $4.99.95 anything.
Are you sending me one for an unboxing?
All by their lonesome. Yes, I'm going to include coffee filters in all, and these are special. These are special. These are special coffee.
That's the secret right there.
They're designed specifically for father fish. Father fish has a contract for these coffee filters, designed specifically to filter out father fish's decapsulated brine shrimp. That's why they cost $1.95.
Does there need to be a specific pH for them?
Oh,
You want it high, like 8 to 8.5.
and here Fishy wants to know, can you raise them inside with spirulina powder? Going to get cold here in Pittsburgh.
You can, they don't do quite as well. Steven should have a lot of.
There it is, Alex. And I think Lee.
Yeah, Steven, you want to talk about this a little bit? Because there's a whole science to raising brine shrimp.
I think he says he forgot to come up. I don't know, when we put the link earlier.
Who's this? $50 brine. Period. What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Here
Yes.
Fishy. Wait a minute. Here Fishy wants to know if your face can be printed on the coffee filters.
Yeah, do that.
Now let's drawing and put it on there.
Hi, New York Gold.
For another $1. and for another $2.95, I will attach little rubber bands to the side so you can wear it like a mask.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you look like you've been up all night. What do you think?
Oh.
My brine shrimp hatchery.
I think it's a little expensive, Father Fish.
Listen, this ain't for cheap. We ain't doing this on the cheap.
Hey, we're getting ready to go on payroll after this. No, I'm just kidding. Volunteer only, folks. I'm just kidding.
You know, I was talking. Bentley Pasco did
I saw it.
a review on it, and I
Yeah.
agreed with his assessment of it.
I
But-
did.
But I was joking earlier this evening. Aquarium Cop and I were on Kev's live stream earlier, and he
Oh,
fell
good.
asleep and was snoring, and it was like 4 or 5 hours of just him and Chubby Guppy and I just chatting,
And him snoring.
and him snoring.
That's too funny.
So we kind of just chatted all night, which was nice, but it was funny. But I was talking about that brine shrimp thing to Bentley, and saying how I was going to make my own video that was just going to be like, you know, something along the lines of, you know, check out my new clickbait video about brine shrimp that are overpriced. Just because everybody is making it on Fish YouTube, everybody has made a video on that Zis brine shrimp blender thing, and
Blender thing. That's what it looks like.
well, because if you link to it on your channel, you get a cut of it if someone clicks on it. So that's why everyone's doing it for one reason, you know. Well, that's part of the reason, but the other one is Aquarium Co-op's pushing it really big because he bought like 100,000 of the things or whatever, you know, like brought them in. He's the one importing them, and he's got all the affiliate channels. So they're, you know, that I think that's what's sparked it, and then more people got on board, you know, after that kind of thing. But yeah, to me it's crazy because the kit that Aquarium Co-op has sold for years was like $9.95 in the store itself, and it's just a stand that you screw a pop bottle into, and it comes with shrimp eggs.
Right.
So I was kind of surprised when the new one came in, but sure.
Dead friend.
One of the
They're expensive.
Did you watch Corey's video on the Zis hatchery?
Nope. Sorry.
I did, and he took the shrimp off through the little pipette at the bottom into a container. So he's got the salt water with the shrimp in it, gets a turkey baster, and proceeds to squirt the salt water with the shrimp in it in all of his freshwater tanks, and makes the claim, I do this because I have plants in all the tanks and they love the salt. I know.
I think I watched the video and I was like, nah, it's not for me.
I think I remember a history class where the Romans and the Vikings would actually bring salt to put on the land so that plants would not grow.
I
know they like it down in the roots. You know,
it's called salting the earth.
Yeah. It's actually like a term, scorched earth and salted earth warfare meant like nothing lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. So that was the point where I decided I really need to do a satirical approach to all this stuff. It's not just that. It's the 1,000 different things that get marketed to unaware fish hobbyists who think they need to spend all this money to keep their fish alive, and it does not keep their fish alive.
Right. Well, I wanted to do a review, but I'm just too cheap to have done it. But I was going to go buy one of the kits you can get at like Petco and just throw everything away that you don't need, and then show everyone how you have to go buy new stuff anyways. Those kits are usually more of a pain than they're worth. I mean, the $1 per gallon sale is great, but if you buy the kit that comes with a lid, a terrible, almost useless light, doesn't come with a heater, and then sometimes they'll include like, you know, substrate or a filter that has cartridges that you don't need the cartridges, or the charcoal.
Right.
And then you still got to go buy, you know, everything else that you could have just bought before that.
Right.
So many people have asked me, I don't know what kind of light I have. It's just the one that came with the lid. And then they don't have a light that can fit over their tank because they've got an opaque lid and nothing fits in that pre-fabricated light space that they have the little kind of just for effect light in, you know?
Right.
So I wish they would make just like a slot that opens or that punches out or something instead of putting the light in with those kits. But of course they won't do that because they know what they're doing.
Well, it's marketing. It's all marketing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a shoebox hatchery video,
Yeah. I bet you'll sell a good number of them if you're actually up to doing that.
No, I'm not. I will do this. I ain't gonna
Good
sell.
idea, Bergen.
You know what you should do?
I'm going to recommend people drive down their street the night before trash pickup and check out the trash cans and find containers that hold water in 1 gallon or greater volume. And whatever it is, use it to hatch brine shrimp.
You know,
Oh gosh, he said. New York Gold said they're also recommending $10 marine salt for them. So
oh right.
using it.
Marine salt.
Oh, and Aquarium
I love
Cop, he said it was Kevin. He did not say you fell asleep, Aquarium Cop. We
Yeah.
know you were rolling.
Aquarium Cop was quite awake.
I love Aquarium Cop. He's so funny.
Yes. You know what you could do, Father Fish,
Yeah.
is you could get a flat rate box and ship it out in that and just send them a plastic bag. And then that could be the liner of the box, and that would be their shoe box for your kit.
A plastic bag. Oh, that's good. That's very good. A plastic bag that'll fit in the box. A piece of airline about 3 foot long. And a coffee filter.
Sure. You could make the airline like 6 inches long, so it's really useless.
Right. Good. Then they order the shrimp separately.
Holly Gibbs has got you a good viral video. Father Fish dumpster diving.
Wait, I didn't hear that.
That was Holly
Diving
Gibbs.
for brine shrimp. Huh?
Dumpster dive, yeah.
There you
Oh,
go. That's
Lord.
the video title.
$9.95.
So you take the $49.95 and you go buy some fish you want,
There you go.
and then you go dumpster diving with Father Fish.
Right. And we're going to have great fun. It will be fun, fun, fun.
Aquatic Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think that's the title of your video right there. Is dumpster diving for brine shrimp with Father Fish.
Aquatic Conquest had asked if the light spectrum would matter for the brine shrimp.
Not to hatch them, no. No,
Right,
the
okay.
only time it helps, the spectrum doesn't matter. They're attracted to light. So if you put a light alongside the container once they've hatched, it makes it easier to siphon them out because they'll be attracted to the light. I always use just a little 1/4-inch airline siphon and siphon them through a handkerchief or a coffee filter or a very fine mesh net. And then I rinse that a little bit and feed it out.
Yeah. There's even the one brine shrimp product that I've told people that they should check out was the Hobby filter, the HOBBY brand out of Germany, because it doesn't require an airline, it doesn't require heat, and you just put eggs in it and water, salt water, and then it has bevels or baffles, whatever you want to call them. And so the shell comes off the babies as they work their way towards the center, which has a hole for light from the room. And so I think the thing's like $30.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing's like $29.
There are a lot of clever little devices. When I do baby brine shrimp, I put eggs, the decapsulated egg, right in the tank with the baby brine, and they hatch out and are eaten immediately. And there's no waste. That's the thing I like about the decapsulated. You don't have the waste product of those shells to have to get around and fight and try not to get into your mix.
Roman Sherlock says, is temperature of the brine important for hatching?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's important to the extent that the warmer the water is, the quicker they'll hatch, but they're going to hatch anyway. If the temperature is above 70 degrees, probably above 60 degrees, probably above 40 degrees. They're going to hatch. They don't hatch in the winter, but once the water starts warming up, then they're hatching and reproducing. So yeah, water temperature. If you got it in the house, you don't need a heater unless you want to get them to hatch more quickly. But you run a risk of overdoing it and killing them. So I don't ever worry about it. They'll hatch in 24 hours no matter what. So just kind of depend on that and set it up that way. If you will set up 2 or even 3 containers, one a day, and then just create a new one each day, that'll be the second day. Um, then you can be pulling off hatched brine shrimp. I knew people who feed them after the first full day. It takes a full day after they hatched before they are able to eat. So you don't put food in for them in the first day because they can't eat. They don't have any mouth. They have to go through a shed, a slough, in order to be able to feed. So you start feeding the second day. And again, that's where you can put them outside, and the sun will create algae in the water that's their primary food. Thirsty Rabbit, I need your mailing address. If you could send that to me as an email to fatherfish@fatherfish.net, please. And thank you. New York Gold, harvest time is... Yeah, that's right. Harvest time said that harvesting is key, and it really is. You want to harvest as quickly after they hatch as possible. So you're going to get like 90% of your hatch within a matter of 2 hours or so. And if you can kind of keep an eye on it and adjust that, it's going to be consistent. So once you know what the hatch rate and the hatch time is from that first one, then everyone after that's going to be consistent. So if you know they're hatching at the 22nd hour, then by the 24th hour, you want to be pulling them out and feeding them. You can keep them in brine solution in your refrigerator, and they will last a week or more without metamorphosing, without continuing to develop. So you can keep freshly hatched brine shrimp alive in the refrigerator for up to a week after they've hatched.
Aquarium Cop is backstage.
Oh boy.
No, he's not.
Oh, you just made a comment. I'm backstage for 5 minutes.
Well, that means he has been. Well, I didn't see him. Come on back up.
Get the cop.
Come on back up, Cop. There he is.
There you are.
Hi.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
You guys had a good night, I take it.
Oh, Jeffrey's shaming me because I don't have my fatherfish mug.
Yeah, you're going to have to put a sticker on it, like right there. Just put a sticker. There we go.
I was listening, and I'm not correcting Alex, but the way Alex said it was that I fell asleep. No, no. Me and Alex and I rapped all night. The host, which was Kev, fell
and snored.
asleep.
Yeah, he said
I just wanted to make that clarification. Okay. Kev fell asleep.
Yes, and it was
got a kitty stuck to me. Oops, sorry.
We lost.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. I thought it was me because I said the kitty was stuck to me.
Yeah, I was.
He's back.
And Mary, Alex and I spoke very highly about you.
Oh,
So your ears must have been ringing.
I didn't. I wasn't lurking, so must have been
Well,
while
you
I
know
was
the funny
sleeping.
part is that there were 3 people still commenting when I checked the chat, and we hadn't looked at the chat for 4 hours probably. And
Oh
we were
my
like,
goodness!
I was like, wow, someone's hanging out, just eavesdropping on us
That's
talking.
hysterical. All right. I'm going to let all you guys wrap. I just wanted to make that clarification. Love you, Alex.
Okay, love
some
you,
sleep,
Aquarium
buddy.
Cop. Oh, got a new one here the first time today. BJ Palmer.
BJ
Yeah, he
Palmer.
really knows a good.
Also, New York Gold I haven't seen before.
Yeah, New York's been here a couple of times. I'm pretty sure.
Father Fish New York Gold is my friend.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was going to say.
Wonderful.
Yep. Jeffrey. See, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I saw
Have
a
we
couple
missed?
people.
Have we
Yeah,
missed any questions? There's some great comments,
But I
but I'm
heard
just
something
checking stickers.
earlier. Would you like to move on from brine shrimp?
by all means. I think we
Hey.
beat brine shrimp to a pulp.
Oh,
And
I
I'm-
was going to mention
Follow-up
something.
question from about snails from GRB.
Back to snails. All right.
And we're back
Sorry,
to
Alex.
snails. So exciting. He says, I have a common saltwater snail local to me that looks a lot like a nerite snail. Can they be converted to fresh water and still live?
We don't know what snail it is.
Well, if it's
Just, it looks like a nerite. It lives in
Yeah,
salt
yeah.
water.
if it looks like a nerite, it probably is a nerite, which means it's probably in brackish water, not salt water. They do very well in hard alkaline water. So if you're in the Florida area and you've got deep well water, then you have hard alkaline water. I find they do well. They do very well, actually. They will lay eggs. Typically, the eggs will not hatch. Now, I have had some eggs hatch. I have had baby nerites. Near as I can tell, it occurred because that hard water became so hard it was virtually brackish.
Yeah.
So, in effect, I had brackish water, I think.
They do actually fine in my water that's TDS 28 coming out of the tap.
Well,
So I think if they're born in fresh or brackish, then they're really fine. But if you take them out of salt water and throw them into fresh water immediately, I don't know what time they need to acclimate at all. But you can ship them just in a wet paper towel for like weeks on end, so they're pretty hardy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to kill. It's hard to kill snails. You can do it. You know, I've done it. I've had die-offs of snails, but if you got a healthy tank, snails are going to enjoy it, and they'll do well. They'll do well in it. And I really like nerites. Nerites they're a really good cleaning snail. They do a really good job with algae. They're very hardy. They hold up extremely well. Better, I would say, than mystery snails do.
Yeah. Well, and they eat diatom, like very hard algae. They eat well.
Mm-hmm.
They leave a cute little zigzag mark on the glass wherever they've been if you look up real close, like the first pass. So like they make this really abstract, like it looks like a zipper almost all over your glass if you have a bunch of diatomaceous
You're like
algae.
window washers. They go back and forth like this.
Yeah.
And they go all over the glass.
Greg said whoever creates an nerite that doesn't have eggs is going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, those eggs are kind of insane the way they get
the kitty
everywhere.
was bopping you, Cassie. Did you see that?
No?
No, my kitty. It was up on the screen going
Oh,
bop, 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 bop.
I see it now.
Not your kitty, gotcha.
She's attacking me.
I thought you I had that in my
Mad Cat is here. Hello, Mad Cat.
Attacking me.
I think the olive ones are like the heavier egg layers.
Yeah.
my tiger nerite, I don't ever see eggs.
Huh.
Oh, where did
You
I
can
go?
get the zebra nerites too, the with the spikes on them, and
Yeah.
there's a miniature version that lays very few eggs also. I don't know if it's just a miniature version because of selection or if that's a different species in the wild or what, but the smaller ones I haven't ever gotten eggs from, the little teeny ones, but they don't eat as much algae either.
Mm.
Aquatic Conquest is talking about outdoor tubs. What happened to Mary? Mary.
We lost
Outdoor
her.
tubs
The
is a
cat.
sore spot for me. I just had to finish all my outdoor stuff.
Yeah, well, of course, here in Florida, we can leave them out year round.
Yeah,
So-
jerks.
Well, based
Well,
on
we live here.
you could be living in sunny Florida too.
By the way,
I'm-
Alex, we call those hills foothills in Colorado as well.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
you know what I'm talking about.
There's mountains behind those hills.
Yeah,
That's why
Yeah.
they're called the foothills.
that's right. Okay, that makes sense.
right.
I only lived there for 11 years growing up.
I understand. Somebody, if people are wondering what we're talking about, I made a video about a trip I went on, and there was this hill. I thought it was 500 feet. I actually checked later. It's 1,500 feet, that that ridge. So I was way off. But in our state, we don't call those mountains at all because we have a 15,000 foot mountain and a bunch of 10,000 feet mountain everywhere. But actually, we have two different 10,000 foot mountain ranges basically going around the city. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a mountain," when I show something, and it's not even as big as the hill I live on in this city. So,
No.
but the East Coast, I know it doesn't have any giant mountains really, except up way north.
Appalachian, yeah.
I mean,
It's a little
Appalachia.
more hilly as you go towards Ocala and north of Ocala, but nothing
Yeah.
like foothills.
Ocala's like that is one of the highest spots. I saw the highest spot in Florida is like 370 feet above water.
Right.
And my
Carry
house is
on, I'll be
480.
back in a minute. I'll be right back. Carry
I
on.
live.
All right,
Okay.
Father Fish, we will do our
I-
best to carry
I
on.
live. Yes. I live
I
less
need
than
to
a
run to the little
mile.
girl's room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You too? Okay. Goodness.
Sorry, we're the old people.
Oh, I gotta go pee
I
too.
wouldn't be leaving unless Alex was here.
Yeah. I gotta go too.
Oh no! We're all leaving. Bye, guys.
Have fun on your show. No, but I live less than a mile from the actual salt water that connects to the ocean, the Puget Sound, and yeah, I think I'm at like 400 and some feet. So
That's good. I mean, that's not too high.
no, I mean it's a steep walk.
We got so much rain yesterday. I don't know what the deal was. We had that rocket launch in the morning, so it was a nice sunny morning.
Oh yeah.
And then after that, it rained the rest of the day. Now,
Yeah.
there better be some cooler weather coming through.
Yeah, we're getting our rainy season has started, that's for sure, here in Seattle. And for me, like everyone else is depressed, but for me I get excited because that means it's mushroom season.
Right.
So now I can go collect mushrooms every day.
I like rainy days, but I don't want to be out in it. So
Sure.
I don't want to have something to do when it's raining.
Well, it makes you feel so much less guilty about like staying in and just watching movies and stuff, in my
Mhm.
opinion, than when it's a nice day and you're like, man, I really should go out and do anything. But when it's just like the author Tom Robbins has a quote, which is, "I felt like I was being digested in an oyster by February when he was talking about living in the Northwest.
Yeah,
Turned into a pearl, huh?
Yeah.
hopefully. People are going on about snails in the chat.
Snails, man. You know, kids like snails too. I feel like snails are they get no love.
I like them. My mom's not, but I like them. And the mystery snails are more attractive than any of the nerite snails, in my opinion.
They have like a nice pastel color. Some of the bright yellow and red the red racer nerites, I think those are pretty.
But their bodies are even pretty. It's like
Sure, yeah.
a saltwater snail. Like they get really nice coloring. And then you can see their little eyes.
Yeah.
And what is that tube that comes out? I have no idea what that tube is.
You don't want to know.
Okay. I'll see it come out every now and then. I'm like, what's that for?
It's an air tube. It goes up to the top and they take air in through it. It's like a periscope.
Yeah, they have well, I think doesn't it depend on the snail too? That there's some that have a separate mouth and rear end, and some use the same hole for both functions.
I think all snails do.
Do all snails? Okay.
Yeah, they don't have butts. Their butt is deep inside their shell, so it doesn't work that way. Right.
Poor things.
Man, I watched a video the other day of how the assassin snails take out other snails.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
terrible. It was so terrible. They burrow like a hole through their shell and put one of their little things.
Knock them out. Right.
Pretty mean.
My pea puffers do a pretty good job of that. Mine don't even, they're at the point where they know that I'll feed them bloodworms at some point, and so they wait for that, but they still kill all the snails just for fun or out of instinct. Like they'll kill like 50 snails in a night. Like it would spike my ammonia if I didn't pull them out.
Yeah. Only feed a few at a time. You're overfeeding.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what happens is I'll move them into a tank that already has 1 million snails, and I'll be like, okay, guys, go to town.
Yeah.
Edmund Dantes wants to know my opinion on pothos plants. I've had some experience with pothos. There have been a couple of different times I've been able to get it going really, really well. And then I'll hire someone in here or get a volunteer and put them to work cleaning tanks. And when I go back to check on them, all of the pothos is in the trash can.
Oh.
I've had that happen twice. And they'll say, but it was such a mess. It was growing over everything. You know, that which I considered glorious,
Yes.
they considered grotesque.
Oh, I love my pothos.
This is just more evidence that Father Fish is a hippie this morning. It's like dreadlocks. Everyone else is like, cut those things. And he's like, no, it's a sign of how long you've been committed to the hobby.
Yeah.
He's got his pothos dreadlocks coming out all over his shop.
He's got on his Father Fish shirt.
Yeah.
Which I need your help, Alex. I need to get this on Teespring. Yep. We need to get this at least that shirt.
Yeah, I think
that reminds me, Mary.
I've got an account open on Teespring.
Oh no, here it
under my Gmail account, which the girls have access to.
GRB wondered, are there any fish that eat nerite snails?
Probably big puffers.
Yeah, big puffers.
Are you sure? Someone was asking about
Joe's tips and tricks.
He meant the eggs, Mary.
Oh, okay.
Oscars will eat them, but what they do is they keep mouthing them until they can figure out how to grab the perculum and suck it out of the shell or shake it out of the shell. They can't really,
Yeah.
but they shake real hard. If they can grab that perculum, and you can see them sometimes, they'll follow a mystery snail, and they'll wait until it's fully open, and then grab the body and shake it to try to shake it out of the snail, out of the shell. And sometimes it works, and usually it doesn't. But
Well, I
it'll.
think GRB said, will any fish eat nerite snail eggs, was the question.
Oh,
And I replied that we talked about this before and that I don't think anything eats the eggs.
No. Shrimp will eat them.
Will they?
Shrimp will eat, like, they use the calcium off of them. So they just kind of, I don't know what they're doing to them. They fiddle with them. Let me put it that way.
they're kind of scraping.
Well, then they're a little helpful.
If you think about it, the whole function of an egg is to protect it from predation. So a chicken egg is different because the mother is protecting the egg. But a snail egg or any animal that leaves its eggs behind and goes on about its business, that egg has some form of protection from predation. And it may simply be a slime mass, in the case of many snails, that is indigestible and noxious.
Hmm. Like ram's horns, those jerks.
Yeah, ram's horns. Or like those other nasty round things with white lines in them, whatever they are. Nasty snail, nasty, nasty snail.
The ram's
And
horn
then-
snails. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, you want to go, and I'll come in after you.
Oh, I was just saying the assassin snails. So when they run out of other snails, then you have to buy snails for your assassin
Yeah.
snails.
They'll eat each other too.
Ow. Oh, okay. Oh,
So you'll be down to
Cannibalism.
one.
All right.
And then just don't worry about him.
okay.
Because he was a murderer.
Yeah, he got his just desserts. Starvation.
Oh,
They
this
eat
has
other
been so much
stuff
fun.
too, actually.
Did you have something to say, Alex?
Oh, yeah. But I don't know what it was, so it really wasn't important.
Yeah, I get that.
Go away from this discussion if you guys weren't done. Because it was just a comment Holly had made.
Go, Cassie.
She wanted to know what bling Father Fish is wearing.
Oh, yes.
I have a
Oh,
megalodon,
Megalodon? Cool.
about a 4.5 inch megalodon that was collected here in Florida.
It's
I have
a good
fella-
size one.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It has a chip right there. Makes it less than perfect for some, but for me, it's proof. It's proof of the absolute integrity of this
Right.
animal. He was able to bite that huge other massive megalodon,
Right.
twice its size, and come away with nothing more than a chipped tooth. And he ate it for dinner.
No, he was eating nerite snail eggs.
yeah, broke his tooth.
All right, snails must have been way bigger.
True enough.
This cat.
Yeah,
is
they were
wild.
bigger back then.
Now you can come and look for
I have
megalodon teeth.
I have a dragonfly just came in,
Uh-oh.
a big one. Look at
Just
that.
don't let it
Oh,
lay
wow.
a nymph. Don't let it put a nymph in your tank.
I saw it for a sec.
Close my door. So I keep it in here.
But that's supposed to be a sign of somebody you love that's passed is visiting you. That's what somebody told me one time.
What does it mean when they put a deadly creature in your fish tank, though?
Oh.
That it was
Yeah.
someone who didn't like you that's visiting?
Oh, yeah, and they laid a nymph in your tank.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I guess.
Yeah, he said Megalodon, Stephen.
Yeah.
And was Aquatic Conquest gladiator snails?
Try to find them, but they'd be hard to find.
Yeah. I found one in my whole life, and I hunt fossils since I was a kid, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're They're around here in Florida quite a bit. So
That's where I found it.
I know I keep forgetting you're in Florida, Cassie.
What's
I think
that?
you need. I said I keep forgetting you're in Florida. It's time for you to take the trip. 3 hours is nothing. Just go on and get your car.
Yeah, what part of Florida are you in?
I'm on the East Coast by Cape Canaveral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yesterday a rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it.
Whoa.
This is a big one.
You caught? Is it alive or dead?
I hit it with a fly swatter.
Oh no, Joe, did a spider bite you? He said, what does it mean when a spider bites your hand? You better get to the doctor.
I want them hunting the mosquitoes.
Joe,
You could
come
save that
up.
to an Oscar. Yeah, I'll hop off here, but you guys have an amazing morning. You all look
too.
lovely.
You look lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
We were
Alex.
all liking your background being outside. One person said you look like a gangster. But we no.
My wife was just like, she came out when
Get out.
I was talking at 2 a.m. out on the other porch, the back porch, or from whatever you want, another porch. And she was like, what the hell are you doing? It is 2 a.m. and you've been talking about fish since 2 p.m. Like, who's still talking about fish with you? And so she'll really have it this morning, like in about 15 minutes when she wakes up, and I'm still talking about fish.
Well, snails.
I never came to bed.
Snails and shrimp today.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's different.
It's been fun. We've had fun. It's been a good conversation.
I'll just have to take a nap midday.
Well, it's 9:50, so we've been having fun. I saw the. Go ahead,
have
Alex.
a good morning, and do the fish dance well for me, please.
We will. You go to bed so I can so you can get up and party some more later.
Yeah, I gotta make that video about the brine shrimp blender thing.
Really? I'm gonna do mine today. My shoebox hatchery.
There you go. Sham wow.
Yeah. I remember when Dustin's fish tank did like a Sham Wow commercial. Really, that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
Have a good morning, day, night, wherever you are. Bye.
Love you, Alex.
Love you guys.
Hugs.
I feel like this looks bad, so I'm like.
Uh-oh. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Mary.
What you got today for us? I said.
Some more feeder minnows.
Okay.
I got another bucket outside.
Wonderful. That's a great.
I said that should be a segment of the show, is the show and tell with Frank, and he comes in every day and shows us something. Yeah. And then Betsy can have a show and tell. She comes in and shows us. We hadn't seen Betsy in a couple of days.
Birds and the tortoises.
Yep. How is the quail or whatever it was that fell in the pond? Is it doing better?
He's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going back. He's doing fine. So Thomas's video is on
a cup of fish.
I haven't forgotten about fish questions, so maybe I can put it in.
We've been talking about Lee.
Oh, I don't know. Wait.
Whatever.
Lord, there's no telling. Lee, I got behind.
Somebody dropped a link for Alex's channel. Someone had asked for. Oh, there it is. Lori got it.
Link. Thank you, Lori. Oh no, Joe got bit by a wolf spider. What? Ow. That's one of those things
I want to know if a dead dragonfly can transfer eggs to a fish tank that's fed to the fish. No, it cannot.
Okay.
But a dragonfly will deposit eggs in every single one of your fish tanks if you let it fly around your room. And you will have the most awful devil in your tank you can imagine in a matter of a month or two.
Yeah.
It will gobble up every little fish in your tank. So you want to keep them out. They are murderous.
We forgot to ask Alex how the new drawing is coming, Father Fish. Did you get an update yet?
Of what?
The new drawing that he made of you.
No, I haven't.
We should have asked before he left.
I didn't know working on it.
Hat Trick says we need a brine shrimp recap. We'll be here another hour.
Go back
We're
and
gonna
watch.
do a video. I'm gonna do a video on it today, so that'll be posted. That'll be a response to Thomas's video, which is coming up very soon. Yes, ma'am, Miss Cass. Yes.
This definitely does.
Yeah, my turn. No, your turn.
FISHstream had a question, and it was like an hour ago, but
Yeah, we saw it, but
at 8:56, FISHstreams was asking if I want dirt in an already aged tank with sand. I take the fish out, scoop the sand over, put dirt and cap away with more sand, and refill. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. It's not 100%. The best way to do that is to also take the water out. The problem, of course, is when you put the dirt in through the water, a lot of it stays in solution and doesn't make it all the way to the bottom. So if you do that and remove the water, side, put dirt in, move the sand to the other side, put dirt in, level out the sand, and then refill it, you can do it that way. And that works just fine. Trying to put dirt in through water is never a happy time. No matter what you do, a substantial portion of that dirt never seems to get under the sand. It's going to stay in solution. Yes, ma'am.
This is a perfect segue for me to get my show and tell for you that I was going to show you yesterday.
All right, do it.
Okay, I'll be right back. I moved it, but here it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my bell jar.
So you got 1 inch of dirt.
So I took out about like 1.5 inches of dirt.
Okay. Now what do you do?
I don't know. I was kind of going to ask you what else should I put in here? Should I put some Osmocote in here or just go ahead and cap it with sand?
What do you want to grow in it?
No, it's just in a jar for my beta. I would just regrow it.
The reason I'm asking is if you want to grow like bedding plants like Cuba or hair grass, you could put plugs in that now and without putting water in it and put a light over it and get the plants growing immersed. And then when you get them to the point where you want them, you can fill it with water. So you could, at this point, do immersed. Otherwise, yeah, Osmocote's good. I would do that. And then cap.
I was just trying to figure out if I needed to add anything this time before I add my sand. I'll probably put a sword plant in the middle.
I'll tell you what, the reality is, in a bell jar like that, it's probably not going to be set up for more than a year or so anyway. And in that amount of time, there will be adequate nutrition in there from the dirt as well as whatever food and dead plant and stuff goes in. So you really don't need to do much in the way of supplement. The supplement's primarily valuable long term for 5 and 10 year systems.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, that makes me happy. I can just go ahead and add the sand then.
Do we have time to drop the link for River Life to come up for just a minute?
Yes.
I didn't see it till now. Okay.
Back to the hospital. Stephen, can you give us an update before you go on your son? Or is he gone already?
And he may be gone. Chevy Fish had a great comment about the dragonflies. Dragonflies can eat hundreds of mosquitoes a day. I keep a bucket and a barrel outside just for the nymphs to grow. I can go outside at night and never get mosquito bit. That's interesting.
Here's river life. I'm not seeing river life here. Whenever you're ready, river life. There's the river life here. All right. Hi there.
Hey, Father Fish. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
Hey.
Great.
Hey,
How are
Kathy
you?
B, Mary Page. Thank you, guys.
Hi.
Looking good over there.
Yes.
I got a guy talking in the background over here. I'm going to shut him up.
That's okay.
Okay, I think I got him. In the background over here. I got the wrong guy. Yeah, that's what happens when you take some time off.
Your beer is like competing with Father Fish right now. And Mary,
I think we got it.
are competing today.
That's right.
All right.
We both got on black shirts.
Yeah, me too.
It's a black shirt club.
I want a fish tube shirt. That's awesome.
Well, it costs a lot. You have to travel to get one of those. But anyway, Lou, thanks for having me on. I love watching your stuff. I want to say thank you for bringing that old school knowledge back to life. It's vibrant, even though it's aged, but it's so accurate and it works so well. And I love when you talk about hanging out with the founders of the National Aquarium. I've chaired boards with some of those scientists over there, and I can tell you the depth of their appreciation of the science of fish keeping is underestimated, and you can't understand it until you work with them. But I think Father Fish channel does a good job of packaging that, so it's great for distribution to the general public. So thank you for all you do in that way.
Well, it's very kind. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And what an honor to have you on here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It is. It
I
really
was
is.
listening all morning, but I had to take a shower before I was able to come up.
Yeah, that's how I feel some days. Fun.
I just try to stay back from the screen. Somebody else is trying to come on. Who is this? Oh, it's
You think
Graham.
would you ever have time to come up and visit with us one day, River Life?
Perhaps.
Yeah. Would you ever have time?
Yeah, I haven't been live streaming in so long because life just turns you to control.
Yeah.
Who's this, Rack?
Hey, what's up, Cop?
How are you, brother?
I'm hanging in there. Thank you for asking. I appreciate your support.
Yeah, Father Fish, Rack's a good dude.
Oh, I see what Aquarium Cop's wondering.
What's he talking about?
I'll let him ask you.
What?
It's about the premiere coming up, Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was looking and I was listening to Rack, and all of a sudden I got another notification that a Father Fish video was coming up. And I'm like, wait, who's that? Is that real?
It's Thomas the bootlegger. No, I'm just kidding. It's Thomas.
Yeah, bootleg Thomas. My new employee.
We love you, Thomas. Just kidding.
My new employee snuck in a video that he's trying to get in past me to overcome some of my teaching.
Rack, I gotta come to your house and hang by the pond, bro.
Hey, listen, you'll never leave if you do that. So bring your own groceries.
I'm getting text by Bunny right now.
Hey,
Hi, Bunny.
Sorry for the clicks.
I do love that pond. It's an ecosystem pond.
Oh yeah.
And every time Father Fish goes out wild fish collecting, I think, wow, wouldn't it be cool to be able to do that to stock a pond with?
Oh yeah.
In your own backyard, you can go collecting.
Right?
You need 2 ponds.
Yeah. I'm telling Riverwife all about this need for more ponds. she says I can be thankful I have the one that I have.
Oh, Rack, is the guys that are helping Lucas, is that the same guys that helped you?
I think it's the same company, Aquascape Inc., right? With Greg Whitstock.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's an Aquascape Inc. package. I talked to Greg Whitstock several times, and his schedule is basically run by his marketing department. So my channel wasn't small enough to rank a scheduling. So I did find a couple of his certified Aquascape contractors in my area and chose one of those.
I think the only difference is Lucas did hands-on, and they got to finish it.
I see.
Like he was digging and collecting the rocks and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Listen, those guys absolutely know what they're doing. And
Like-
the story is Greg Whitstock was a turtle keeper as a kid and
Me
got
too.
tired of his ponds getting in such horrendous shape that the turtles would leave every year. So he kept refining his pond craft until he figured it out.
I think
then he
Mary has.
started-
I think Mary has turtles coming to her yard.
So just the
Yeah.
opposite issue for Mary.
Yeah.
And, well, so this guy,
They're all
he hung
coming
in
to
there
me.
with it until he figured out how to work with nature. Okay. It's
Yep.
like the Father Fish
Exactly.
system. And it works every time when you want to find out how nature works and you work with it.
And
And
I
you
think-
don't beat that with artificial products. You know,
And I,
plastic doesn't win.
and I think that's Father Fish's goal, to tell people that.
Yeah,
Go nature, right?
Yeah.
that's right.
That's it.
Right.
We're at
So,
the end.
Father Fish, I need to have you as a guest on a live stream.
All right.
We
I
have
love
it
you guys.
scheduled.
I don't want to disrupt you. You guys are smarter than me.
You're smart cop. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, Bob. But Lou,
You've been doing
we
this
had that
longer.
scheduled once, and I couldn't make it, and Fish Room Fever stood in for me.
Oh, right. I remember.
Well,
Yeah.
that was about the time I mean, both my parents are elderly. We'll leave it at that. And it looks like going into this fall and winter, things are going to smooth out. I can get back on schedule, but I've been doing a lot of, you do what you can do. I've been doing a lot of backstage kind of things that I guess they're alluded to if you follow the River Life channel, but they haven't been announced yet.
Prayers for my mom. I had to say one more thing. Prayers
Oh,
for my mom. She's having heart issues. She should be in the hospital, but she's scared to go get COVID in the hospital. So
Yep.
prayers for my mom.
yes,
That's all
absolutely.
I ask.
Yep. Glad to do that.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Anyway, I apologize for that, Lou. When can we maybe get back on the books?
Part of my issue right now is these morning streams get me in bed by no later than 10 o'clock at night, or I can't get up in the morning.
Mhm.
Really?
So
The
I've
morning-
gotta be-
This stream?
Well,
This-
my schedule changed also, and so I don't stream after 5 p.m.
well, that works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can really do. Yeah, that's fine. I can do an afternoon, early evening.
How about around 11?
Yeah, that would
AM.
work. I can
Okay.
do that. You're going
I
to
was
need
looking-
to call me. You're going to need to call me by phone.
There at the shop number that's posted?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
1-877-6309.
I don't remember.
8675309.
Better with 68, actually.
Oh,
Love the 80s. Love the 80s music.
Oh dear. Well, we're down to it here, and we need to find out what little surprise Thomas has planned for us.
yes.
So we're gonna have to get on and do
Thanks,
that.
Lori.
Let me see if I can get some music up, and we will ask Lee to sing us off here.
And I'm gonna get off here and let you and.
Coming up.
What? No, you got to do the dance, Mary.
Oh, okay. I figured Father Fish and River Life might like to talk.
Here we go. Here we
Hello,
go.
Mary.
Thank you
Here
so
we
much
go.
for coming up.
Here we
Sort this
go.
one out.
All right.
Let's talk about
Talk
fish,
about
baby.
fish, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Instrumental break. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish.
Yeah.
Let's talk about fish. Fish.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Lee. And thank you guys
Nice.
for coming on. I love you. Let me see the hat.
What's on
Oh,
your hat?
nice.
Oh, I love it.
I need a Father Fish coffee mug, obviously. Can I get that
Oh,
online? You got merch online?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there it is. Mary Page's holding the coffee mug up. We'll get you one.
I got
Send me
it.
send me your address, your mailing address on YouTube. Anybody who wants a coffee mug, mailing address on, oh God, my brain's gone. Somebody do it for me. PayPal.
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 Father,
Fatherfish at fatherfish.net, $20, and we'll cover shipping.
unless you're out of country.
Fatherfish.net on PayPal, and you get your very own Fatherfish coffee mug.
You get a mug on a mug.
It's blue on the inside of mug on the mug,
Oh,
right?
blue on the inside sells it.
Yeah, fancy. Look at that. Put lipstick all over mine. Mine has lipstick on it. Sorry, and probably coffee drops. I use it all day. This cup never stops.
Love you guys. Thank you so
Love
much.
you.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank
Father.
you, Rack. Thanks, River Life.
Yeah,
Really
we'll
appreciate
talk
you being
again
here.
soon, I hope. Thanks for having me up. Thanks for
All
all
right.
you guys do.
Thank you.
All right. Great stream, guys. Love y'all.
Take care. Bye for now. You want to hang on a minute? We'll talk.
That's good. I'm here.
Look at that.